Hello everyone, I'm Rick and this is my wife Rebecca, and
Hey.
we have another marriage minute for you today. And the title of this marriage minute is Being Right is Highly Overrated. You know, being right really is highly overrated. Actually, the relationship is more important than who's right and who's wrong. In marriage and in most of life, we all like to be right. I like to be right.
Yeah.
Rebecca likes to be right, and there comes the problem right there. We both like to be right. And it isn't even really a matter of who's right and who's wrong. It's really a matter of who gets their way.
Yeah, that's a big thing in marriage. And if something isn't unscriptural, or if it isn't immoral or illegal, then it's probably just a matter of opinion
Right.
or preference. So, what should we spend our money on? Or what kind of toothpaste should we buy? Or does the toilet seat go up or down?
Women like it down.
Yeah.
And men really don't care.
Men don't care. So, but we get in, and this is a big one we used to get into is, what's the shortest way to church? Which direction should we go? Oh my gosh, we used to get in really bad fights about that. And so,
You would come to the end of the street we lived on, you could go left or go right and go to the church that we went to, and it was really about the same either way, but actually going right was a little shorter, so I like to go that way.
But it's a matter of preference,
And
really.
Rebecca liked to go to the left because
Because I don't know why, because I wanted that
you
way.
thought that was shorter.
I just like that way better.
Anyway,
So you can get into fights about this stuff, but really, at the end of the day, you have to think about: is this important enough to damage or even lose my marriage over?
right. Again, being right is highly overrated. The relationship's more important than who's right and who's wrong. And this
Right.
is something God spoke to me about years ago about this. Like I said, the relationship is more important. Now, this is a scriptural principle, and this is the thing God showed me. Think about mankind's relationship with God, okay, before Jesus came specifically. Who was in the right and who was in the wrong in the relationship? Obviously, God was in the right and mankind was in the
Right.
wrong, because it was man that sinned and caused the problem in the relationship with God, right? But then think about who came to make the relationship right. Who took your sin and my sin on
yeah,
themselves to make the relationship right? Obviously, God did all that. So God considered the relationship to be more important than who was right and who was wrong. We were wrong, he was right. He took wrong himself and made the relationship right. He considered being right to be highly overrated,
Right.
and the relationship to be more important.
Yeah.
Right?
John 3:16 said, "For God so loved the world that He gave." It's important in marriage to give yourself. It's the greatest expression of love, to give. And John 13:34 in the NIV, Jesus said, "As I have loved you, so you must love one another." That's what we're called to do. And
Right.
love gives.
Right.
It gives our way. It gives, we give over to the other person. We give to the relationship.
So if God considers the relationship to be more important than who's right and who's wrong, we ought to be able to put the toilet seat down.
Yeah. So anyway, this is something to think about this week, going forward, and we just hope you just think about it and put this to practice in your marriage.
Right, a key to a successful marriage is being willing to give to your spouse.
Yes.
And that includes oftentimes surrendering your opinion
Right,
or your
or
preference. Right.
Yes.
So when you do that, you really place yourself in the middle of God's way of doing things. Just as He considers being right highly overrated, you put yourself in a position of doing that. And then you ask to position yourself also for God to meet your needs, including in your relationship.
That's right.
Yeah.
So have a great week.
Thank you for watching.